selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector. Rewind selector.
Crime is gripping the subways. Things are going on in New York. The mayor is concerned. He goes to a judge to have things that were decriminalized in the last administration be recriminalized so we can make arrests and we can do quality of life enforcement. The judge says, no way, not gonna happen. Fuck you. Hey folks, I'm Dutch Stone. Talk about crime in the subways of the New York City subway system. Yeah, I can speak on a little bit of authority with this. I was a transit cop for 3 years before I moved over to the city and became a precinct cop, but I did make my bones in transit. Not only did I make my bones in transit, I took the train to high school every day for 4 years. Ooh, I'm an expert. I also took the train to the police academy, but that didn't even make me an expert at doing that either. But stick around for the next 15 minutes. Share, like, subscribe. Tell me if you like. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I hope I can entertain you just for a little while longer. All of a sudden, subway crime is a big thing. It's a big thing. You know why? Because the mayor takes the subway to work every day, like other mayors used to do. This guy doesn't have a protective layer around him. He's not in a bubble like other mayors have been. And he was a New York City police captain, and he knows about the crime that takes place in the tube or the underground. Mayor Adams, you lost control because of Mayor de Blasio. It's kind of unfair to you. You were handed a stacked deck. And, yeah, bro, you fucked. You really fucked. People being shot in the subways. People being robbed. People being slashed. People being pushed onto tracks. Homeless people attacking New York City police officers. Where does the madness end?
Take a look at this cell phone video where an NYPD officer is being attacked by a group of men inside of a subway station in Lower Manhattan.
Get back! I don't want to hit you back!
The officer could be seen using his baton to defend himself, and at one point he even kicks one of the men charging at him.
They were drunk. That's why I could smell alcohol.
It happened last night at the East Broadway station. Jahim Eady recorded the video.
He was defending himself by backing up with his nightstick.
At one point, one of the men falls onto the tracks. That's when Eady says the officer radioed for backup.
He handled it very well because people were saying, he could have taken out his gun and shot all 5 of those people, but he didn't. He handled it very well, and he backed up instead of engaging.
The NYPD says the officer was working the station by himself and was following protocol, which is to stop the threat. We showed the video to subway riders.
I can't believe this actually happened.
No, this is New York. This is anything happens here.
Okay. We're told the men were later taken to the hospital to be evaluated.
We need more cops like that.
Again, police say that officer did follow protocol. Thankfully, no one, including that officer, was seriously injured.
Now, being a New York City cop is a job hard enough on its own. Policing people that don't want to be policed, that makes the job even harder. But when the homeless start attacking you in your station, you're the king of that station. That station is assigned to you. Transit, we patrol alone. Solo patrol. So, you got a homeless guy in your station, doing shit, getting high, living there, fucking his girlfriend there in public, and they don't care, and you got to take police action, and then all of them converge on you. Come on. That point is better to be respected or feared. My guess is feared. Yeah. I've been in plenty of the situations as a transit cop. I fucking hated it. Subways smell like piss. They're 10 degrees hotter downstairs during the summer than it is upstairs. Constant humidity, loud noises. Jesus Christ, I probably have PTSD just from taking the subway to high school. Fucking Christ.
Freeze! You're not stopping! Freeze! No!
For those of you who care, the money train looks nothing like that at all. That was a movie prop. It's not really what happened, what the money train looks like. Actually, the money train's an old converted Redbird train. We call them Redbirds because they're red. Go figure that. So they retired the train, refitted it, painted it yellow, put a black stripe down the side. It's a maintenance train. 3 guys with 38s go on. Those are the old wheel guns, right? They don't even belong to them. They have to turn them in and out every night they go on patrol. And they walk to token booth and they get the money and they go back on the train. And the money's never counted on the train. It's just stacked in these money bags. And it gets counted when it goes down to Transit headquarters, 350J Street. That's in Brooklyn, by the way. Yeah, nothing like that. I was very surprised when I became a transit cop and the money train, but my field training officer was like, oh, here comes the money train. I'm like, ooh, I always wanted to see the money train. It looked cool in the movie. It's not what you think, kid. Oh, no, it looked real cool in the movie. It's not what you think, kid. The yellow train pulls in. I'm like, oh, so the money train's going to pull behind it? No, that is the money train. They do their collections really, really late at night, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It's you do the whole subway system, and the subway's actually pulling away from using the money train. They're going to use armored trucks going from station to station, which actually makes no sense to me. You have a train, you have the transit, whatever. I'm not even, yeah, whatever. I wanted to use movie clippings from the movie, the real Transit Cop movie, The Taking of Pelham 123. The original one, not the one with John Travolta, the original one. But I think I date myself by using that, and you guys would find I'm an ancient dinosaur, so let's just, yeah.
Hold me down before I scream. More than anything I could.
I don't know, Your Honor. The clue that the subway system was going down the fucking toilet would have been, I don't know, that mass shooter in Brooklyn going down to the train station, blowing people away? He wasn't crazy. No, you don't need subway patrols. No, let's decriminalize more things. Like I said, you inherited a bag of shit from Bill de Blasio. And Mayor Adams, I hope you and Madam Police Commissioner, get your heads out of your asses and take control of that subway. That's your bread and butter in New York City. Tourists all take it. People just come to New York City to take the subway, to have the experience. Personally, if you want the experience, folks, you can go in your closet, turn the heat all the way up, knock at the light bulb, sit in the dark, and piss in the corner. And that's basically your experience in New York City subway system. Without jumping the turnstile. And here's a new thing, too. They're not prosecuting fare evasion. But now the MTA is claiming poverty. Like, we need more money from the state. We need more money from the federal government. We need more money. Why don't you prosecute the fare evaders, have them pay their fucking fare, and start reaping your benefits, your rewards, your proceeds? You know, money makes the world go around. Cash rules everything around me. Crank, get the money. Dollar bills, yo.
Good attack now. Bam! Move from the gate now. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, yo. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
Just like Wu-Tang Clan says. Cash rules everything around me. Folks, remember, they're from Staten Island. They're not from Brooklyn. They're not some hard project fucking gang members that grew up in it. They were in Staten Island. Really. Shaolin is what they call Staten Island. You a Crip? Where? Staten Island. Even other Crips laugh at the Crips in Staten Island. It's like the fucking country club for those assholes. Nobody gets hurt out there. They put retired gangsters out to Staten Island to gang bang and shit.
Pelham 123 to command center. You read me? You ready to take down our list of demands now?
I'm listening, you animal. What do you want?
You have your pen?
Go on, for Pete's sake.
To begin with, it's important that you understand 3 things. 1, Pelham 123 is completely within our control. 2, we are all armed with automatic weapons. 3, we have no scruples whatsoever about killing. Do you understand me so far?
Oh, I understand you fine, you lunatic. You'll never get away with this, you know.
Please inform the mayor that we demand $1 million cash for the release of the car and all the hostages, right?
That'll be the day.
The time is now 2:13. The money must be in our hands not later than 3:13, 1 hour from now. Now, if the money is not in our hands, we'll kill one hostage for every minute you're late.
Keep dreaming, maniac.
Furthermore, if anybody attempts to interfere, anyone in any way, we will begin killing the hostages immediately. Confirm, please.
Zach!
Pelham 123, come in, please.
This is Pelham. Identify yourself, please.
Oh, this is Lieutenant Zachary Garber of the Transit Police. Identify yourself, please.
I'm the man who stole your train.
Well,
Classic movie with Robert Shaw, James Gardner, the ultimate transit cop movie, The Taking of Pelham 123. The subways are going back to the days of the Warriors down in Coney Island. There's not a dedicated police force anymore. There's a dedicated bureau of the NYPD. But if you ask any transit cop, the days were better when the New York City Transit Police ran the safety and protection of the New York City transit system. Yeah, well, people getting pushed on the tracks. EDPs, emotionally disturbed people, are establishing residence in the train stations. And poor Eric Adams is like, please, decriminalize this stuff again. Please. You let the genie out of the bottle. Look at your predecessor, Mr. Adams. You let the genie out of the bottle. At least when we had Commissioner Bratton there, he was the police commissioner at one time for the New York City Transit Police. So he wanted to pour assets into the subway system. Like Chief Joe Fox, another guy who was just poured assets into the subway system. I made my bones in the subway system. I had a good time. I became a better cop because I was able to patrol by myself and my day was my own. There's not something so much like God on earth as a cop on his beat. It's your beat. You got to protect it for 8 hours or 8:35, whatever the shift is. Whatever's going on, you have to be in tune with. And there's a disconnect. There's been a disconnect for some time. Listen, we got to serve a guy for 8 years for his term in office. President gets 8, mayor gets 4. So if he gets both terms, but how much damage did Bill de Blasio do to the New York City Police Department in 4 years? Mayor Adams, it's going to take you fucking forever to get any kind of safety back in the system. Truly. It will. And then the subway system will just continue to spiral down. You're going to lose ridership. Government funds. Yeah. You want to know how things are going? Look at the New York City subway system. It's kind of like the broken windows theory. Exactly is. The second graffiti went back up on the trains, because it takes a long time to do other graffiti on those trains. It does. Some of these pieces are fucking Rembrandts on rails. They're so good. So guys have put hours and hours and hours into it. They have that much time and nobody's going through the yard, that area of the yard is not being covered, then you need more manpower down there. Which means you need to allocate more funds down there. More specialized training. Let's go back to the way of doing things the right way. Crime is wrong. Police are there to arrest people who commit crimes or stop them from committing said crimes. It's an easy formula. I don't understand why everybody can't go back and remember in history what it was like and then compare it to today. It's mind-boggling. But New York City is a transient culture. The people that are in the city now, well, the newcomers, the people who are in politics and whatnot, they weren't here back then, so they have not a fucking clue what's going on. Well, we're here to see what happens in the next coming months. We'll see. Folks, I'm Dutch Dahl. These are my discussions. Listen, it was an off show today. I had a really bad weekend. A lot of things happened that shouldn't have. In hopes of repairing them there's some groundwork being laid, but it's been just a terrible, terrible time. On the good note is, Rookie is feeling much better. Thank you. Everybody give me thoughts and prayers for Rookie. He's doing much better. The antibiotics are helping him. The infection is dying off. He's up. He's active. He's eating again. He's still blind. But he's a cancer survivor. He's still here with me. That's all I can ask for. Folks, I'm Dutch Dahl. These are my discussions. I'll try to bring you a better show tomorrow. Maybe I'll be a little more motivated than usual, but it's Monday. Everybody hates Mondays. I want you to enjoy your fucking week.
Bombadita, 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 until we meet again. Happy trails to you. He's bombadita, bombadita, band.
Fucker, hey, 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 motherfucker, 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 hey, hey, motherfucker, motherfucker, hey, 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 motherfucker, motherfucker.